Red Hot Chili Peppers' Californication. Probably, I don't even remember how young I was, but that album was probably the first album I actually fully listened to, and it was just amazing. So this was back in South Africa. Don't even know how much it costs, but anyway, I was young, and that's basically my influences, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
For me, it was a country compilation, and I was about 6, and the only reason I bought it was because I just started playing guitar. There was a really sexy guitar on the album cover, and so I bought the album. It was really terrible. Good guitar on the album, though.
Yeah, I was really lucky. My dad had heaps of records, so I just listened to all his records. But I'm trying to remember the first album I bought. It would have been something terrible, but nothing's coming to mind. So I'm going to say Bob Dylan, because I just listen to so much of that,
When I finally decided to convert from cassettes to CDs, probably showing my age here a little bit, it was Jules and Bullets, You Am I. I've been dying to tell them that, not that they care, but Hi-Fi Way had just come out, and that song was like right up there.
First record I ever bought was Blur, Self-Titled, and I feel like I loved songs like Chinese Bombs and Song 2, like all the really upbeat songs, and I just didn't have time for all the slow boring ones. And now that I'm middle-aged, they flipped, and I really like the songs like Beetle Bomb, and just like the slow burners are great, and just those fast kind of crazy numbers don't really have time for anymore. How about you, Ulrich?
I was way too self-aware by the time it got around to me buying albums, because I was just an internet baby and just downloaded everything.
So I think you've never bought an album.
No,
Is
I
that
did.
what you're
But
saying?
the first time I ever did, I bought like 10, so I wouldn't have to answer this question.
Aqua's first album.
I think it was a So Fresh. I can't remember which one.
Yeah, I think Savage Garden.
First album I purchased with my very own money, Breeders, Last Splash. Yeah, girl power. I got it used because I'm frugal, and I know how to shop for bargains.
Yeah, mine was Best of Sly and the Family Stone.
Nice. The first record I bought myself was hang on, let me think about this. It was Dangerous, Michael Jackson, Dangerous. And I think my dad, I think we were at a CD store, and my dad said, "Oh, this is the song with this is the CD with black and white on it," and that's when I got my pocket money and got it.
Okay, the first single I ever purchased was Ace of Base, I Saw the Sign. That's what I got.
I Blink-182, Enema of the State.
Bob Marley and the Wailers. Bought it from your mum for her birthday. Fishnet tights, leggings. I was over the age of 10.
Backstreets of London.
No, I actually.
Mine was Bob Marley as well, actually.
I did wash 2 cars. £5 ago. Had to clean inside and out, hoover everything, wash, dry. I didn't even know you had to dry cars. I thought you just let them dry in the sun, but this guy wanted his hand.
What did you dry it with?
A towel. He gave me some dirty towels. So I was like, well, okay, well,
you have to
at least
polish
it's dirty then. Yeah, I had to polish it in my underwear. Yeah, is that what you want to hear, you sick freak?
I think mine, it was either Master of Puppets by Metallica, or it might have been like a No Doubt CD. It was one or the other. Completely different directions, but it was one or the other, I think.
Black Flag, My War. No, actually, I tried purchasing a Guns N' Roses album, The Spaghetti Incident, I think it's called, but my dad, who's a musician as well, told me as long as I'm his son, I'm not allowed to listen to 2 bands, and that's Aerosmith and Guns N' Roses. And then he handed me a Creedence Clearwater CD. So, thanks, Dad.
The Birthday Party, Junkyard by The Birthday Party.
And how did you earn the money to purchase the record?
I worked as a, the guys in the driving range that people aim for. I worked at a golf course, and I used to drive this like golf buggy. And they, I was like the ball kid, it was weird. When I used to sit in that thing and sing really, really loud, because it was so loud in there. I never thought anyone could hear me, whereas it was only loud inside. So as I'd come past like the people hitting driving range balls in the driving range, you'd be like, they could just, yeah.
It was a 45 called Beach Baby by a band called First Class. But I, when I would get sick, we would buy Walt Disney Storybook records. And that was basically what took care of you during the day. My mom would go to work, and I'd have that record, and so she would take me to the pharmacy, and because that's where they sold the records, and I'd buy, whatever record I wanted for me that day, and I'd always fake getting sick because I could get those records. But the first rock record I ever bought was Beach Baby. It was a 45.
Oh, goodness. I think the first record I ever bought was a Rippingtons record. Rippingtons is like contemporary jazz, like borderline smooth jazz. I was probably like 10.
I think it was a tape, probably in 6th grade, Bros. I think it was, I don't know if they had a name for that album, but yeah, I think it was just called Bros.
The one that I actually bought, because my parents bought me a few. I got like Oasis and La Bouche for Christmas one year. It was like the best fucking Christmas of my life. I think the first one I actually bought was Muddy Banks of Wishcart, the Nirvana live album, because my drum teacher was like, it's the best. It's gonna change your life, and I learnt like every drum part for it. Almost everyone has the same experience of Nirvana, I think, for like that's my age.
Yeah. I can't remember, to be honest. I think maybe the first album I was bought was Blood on the Dance Floor by Michael Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
But that's like a remix album. It's fucking good. Blood on the Dance Floor is a good song.
The first record I purchased was Mellow Gold by Beck, and it was cassette tape because I'm old, and it was amazing.
Mine was Bad by Michael Jackson.
They're pretty good.
Mine was The Doors, People Are Strange, on tape, cassette.
Mine was House of Pain by House of Pain on cassette.
Mine was
Still
Happy
good.
Birthday by Altered Images on vinyl.
Mine was Green Day, Nimrod.
Mine was Silverchair, Frog Stomp.
I worked at KFC, killing people with my chicken.
I shoveled river rocks for my dad, and I was 12 years old.
Honestly, probably Oasis. What's the Story of Morning Glory? I wanted to get... there were a couple of records or tapes at the time that I wanted to get. I wanted to get Dookie and a couple others, and my mom wouldn't let me. She let me get What's the Story of Morning Glory.
Did you?
She didn't like that the name of the song was Champagne Supernova. She was like really pissed about that. I was like, really?
Why was she pissed about it?
She's Catholic.
The first record I remember buying myself was Eel's Beautiful Freak. And I heard Novocaine for the Soul, and I just thought, I've got to have that. So I got it.
First two records I got were Fat of the Land by Prodigy and OK Computer, because my brother told me to buy them. I wasn't that cool at that age.
I'm trying to think. With my own money? I remember stealing a Red Hot Chili Peppers record from Target. I didn't pay for it.
Yeah, that's really hard one. I can't remember which one was the first. I remember. I'll just no, because that's not the first.
I remember trying to buy Korn Freak on a Leash, but they wouldn't let me because it was parental advisory, and I was like too young. And
Yeah, well,
Tower
yeah,
Records
actually-
wasn't like, they were like, no.
Yeah, actually, no, yeah, something like that. I went with my grandma. Well, I didn't buy it with my own money, but my grandma took me to a record store and said we'll get me 2 records and Elvis 2 records, and I got Freak on a Leash and Follow the Leader by Korn. So and she was,
It's Follow the Leader.
Oh wait,
It's
what's
Follow
the
the Leader is the
what's
record.
The other
Freak
record?
on the Leash is on Follow
What's
the
the
Leader.
other record then? There's like
Life
2.
is Peachy?
Yes, Life is Peachy and Follow the Leader. I got those 2. I can't remember. Like I don't know, maybe Limp Bizkit.
The first record I purchased was Sepultura's Arise.
And how did you earn the money to purchase that?
I believe I was half mowing lawns. I was half mowing lawns.
Hey man, when we were kids, it was all MP3s, right?
Yeah.
With your the very first thing you purchased that your parents didn't buy for you?
The I purchased was Start Me Up by the Stones, the single.
I think it was Ego Is Not a Dirty Word by Skyhooks.
Pretty sure mine was a Guy Sebastian record.
Oh.
Which is very strange. But, yeah, I only really developed a decent music taste when I was probably about 14. And that was much through the guidance of my older sisters. So, yeah.
I had a similar experience. I think mine was Aaron Carter Candy. Because I thought that song was kind of cool for a while, anyway. And then the next one was Grinspoon, Thrills, Kills, and Sunday Pills.
Yeah, I think the next one after that for me was Hendrix. So I kind of made up for it.
Man. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but I reckon that era of music when we were growing up, I've been looking at it really recently and looking up all the hits from like 98 to 2002.
Yeah.
So weird. What
Yeah.
the fuck was
Something
happening?
happened, man.
Like seriously, Hamster Dance? What was that all about?
Crazy Frog?
Yeah. You know what? I don't really remember because Rich and I were brothers. We grew up together, and we also had an elder brother, and
I didn't let him play music.
So a lot of our purchases kind of all blur into each other's because we all listen to each other's albums and stuff. But I mean, we Rich and I kind of grew up because our eldest brother sort of he was really into heavy metal, you know. So I think a lot of the first things we listened to were like British heavy metal, like Iron Maiden and stuff like that, and Judas Priest, and then but then like all the glam shit after that. So maybe it was like Motley Crue, Theatre of Pain, or something horrendous like that.